Hello everyone, my name's Ethan. This is my channel, Gringo Campesino. Another short video today. I took kind of a break for a couple months because of family visiting, but I'm going to try to upload a few videos this week, updating on what I've been able to do, any little progress I've made. So this video is a quick update on one of my transport problems. On my farm, I have one of the only flat farms in the region because I'm next to the river. However, I do have some steep sections, and it does make it hard for workers to carry products from the farm to cross the bridge to get to my car to be able to cross the river and everything like that. So I actually have had some great volunteers over the last few months. They put in a trail, meaning they had to add probably literal tons of stone and boulders to flatten out some areas so I can move from the back of the farm to the front of the farm with a motorcycle. So the idea is I have just built a small trailer just out of scrap metal, nothing really fancy, but it will help me move things from the back to the front. For those of you who don't know, when you cut down a banana or a plantain, the bushel or the bunch is sometimes this big and can weigh upwards of 100 plus pounds. So it's not so easy when my worker Pedro, he's a strong guy, but he can't weigh more than 160 pounds, was at about 65, 70 kilos. And so he's carrying by hand, just putting him on his back and walking. It's not very far, but half a kilometer up from like these hilltops down this muddy trail to the front of the farm where I can load it up in my car to take it to the market. So hopefully this will save him some time and some effort and make it easier for the transport of coffee as well, firewood, everything that I need to move around the farm. So let me show you my motorcycle and the trailer I built, and then I'll try to give you a walk down the trail. It's pretty impressive. These guys did a great job. So this is my motorcycle. I got it pretty cheap because it was in a crash. The previous owner is one of the town mechanics. I guess he took a corner too fast and shattered the handlebars, but also shattered his leg. He can't use the motorcycle anymore because he's got like 15 pins in his leg. So hopefully it doesn't carry on any bad luck to me using the motorcycle. It's not registered, it doesn't have a license plate or anything, so can't go to the main roads or to the main cities, but it's fine for use on the farm and in the mountains. So the motorcycle did have this rack back here, and I looked at it. It's fairly well supported, connected quite well to the frame. So what I did is I just took a trailer hitch ball and I cut some holes in this really thick flat bar, and what I did is I put these U-bolts to attach to this rack back here, and you can see the receiver for the trailer, if I'm saying that right, fits in there quite well. It's all scrap pretty much, this trailer. You can see the angles are really necessary for me to have this trailer be independent vertically, horizontally, and twist. So there wasn't really a better option other than this ball joint for the trailer. So on the farm, because of the bamboo, what we call guadua here, there's some really, really long thorns and spines that will go straight through your boot. Hopefully the reinforced motorcycle tires will go over without a problem, but I've had a lot of issues with wheelbarrows. The wheelbarrow tires that are inflatable just don't hold up to them. So I found these solid wheels, and so I can't go very fast. I won't be going on the road anyway, but basically I just took an old trailer axle that someone had made. I bought it from him for like $15, and I just put on some wheels, put this bar up on this trailer, put a piece of flat metal and some spare expanded metal I had, and just kind of modified this axle to suit my needs. So the idea is to be able to use this trailer to transport heavy products from the back of the farm, such as the coffee when it's wet. It's quite heavy when it's wet, as well as banana, plantain, cacao in the future. Probably with the bouncing, I'll have to get a piece of foam or something to cover on here so I don't bruise the bananas or any other products that I'm taking off the farm. But anyway, we'll see. I don't have a motorcycle license. I don't have a lot of experience on motorcycles, so it's going to be a learning curve for me, and hopefully I don't end up like the previous owner. So you can see right up there is my side of the river and the gate that goes onto the bridge. The dogs are really excited. They think we're going to cross the river, but this is our point of entrance here. So the next step to the house, I need to improve the path because I want to be able to use a cart to the house. I have broken up some of these rocks, but you can still see I have a lot of work to do. Fill some of that in, hopefully make like a sidewalk with concrete. But anyway, that's not useful for my motorcycle because I can't get through the house area because one of the gates over there is really narrow and I'd have to move a corner of a foundation. So the eventual plan was to go around. So the idea is to have this area here. It's kind of a place to turn around, turn the trailer, unload, cross the bridge with or without the trailer, but maybe using the trailer without the motorcycle. But anyway, this was completely filled up. You can see here they had to fill probably 2 feet deep in some locations, maybe 4 or 5 feet wide or long, and completely full with boulders and gravel from the river. So lots of wheelbarrow trips to fill that up. Then because of the rain season, we haven't really cleaned up the area, and my sheep and cows are not keeping up with the grass. But anyway, we have this more or less flat trail going down here. All of this, you can see spots where they had to fill up or move boulders. We have a loner cow. The owner asked me if he can stay here for a while because he doesn't have enough grass. He needs to wean off his mother. So he's just kind of hanging out with my cow over here. Both of them are very nice. They're both male, but both of them are castrated, so they're super nice cows. So come through here, and you can see on the way back another ramp they had to build in there. Sorry, it's not the easiest to open a barbed wire fence with one hand. Come on. Even harder to close one. Okay, so this part was relatively flat. Just cleared out a little bit of coffee to make room for this trail. The coffee that made it through the dry season is doing pretty good now. But you can see this whole field needs to be trimmed. Take a lawnmower to it. So down this way, I had to put in another ramp. Thankfully, this is already solidifying with some grass growing on it. We cut through here. So this is another big earth moving project the volunteers did a great job on making this ramp. So I can get the trailer up through here, over this little berm, And then we get into the backside of the farm. Going to have to cut off some of these branches, but I was waiting for the harvest to finish. You can see some of them are flowering again. Not a lot of flowers right now, but we have heavy rain, so the flowers that are coming out are sometimes getting knocked off of the branches. You can see there's a few flowers. The next harvest might not actually be all that great because I don't see a ton of flowers. But they are still early. So on the path here, this is the quarry that they kind of discovered on the farm. So this is where a lot of the boulders and material came from to make this ramp. And then we get to the hardest part over here. And we couldn't move this rock. Rock goes quite deep. So without an excavator, that wasn't going to be moved. So we had to go around, building up an edge over here, and then getting access on this long ramp. So basically where Hector is standing there, all the way down to the bottom, was just a drop-off. So that was all filled with soil, and as you can imagine, it was a lot of work. Thankfully, like I said, I had some great volunteers who were willing to do some work, and now I can access all the way back where you can see, well, basically as far as you can see, I can access now. So it'll be great. I can start thinking about what to do with this old coffee. This old coffee stalks probably will end up as firewood, but I didn't want to move them by hand or wheelbarrow. So now that I have the trailer and the motorcycle, I can start doing something with those. I'm thinking if I can buy a chipper, that would be great, but they are very, very expensive here. Yeah, so as I just mentioned before I turned the camera around, I'm hoping to make use of some of that firewood, some of this cut down coffee. The stalks are, they're not great wood. Some people do simple furniture with them, but it's not really great wood for anything. And it's really quite thin. It's about this thick. So I am thinking about trying to build maybe myself a chipper. I do have an old electric motor. I think it's 220 volt, so I think it should be strong enough. I think it's like maybe 20 amps. It might be strong enough with the flywheel to chip up some of this, and then I can use the chipped up wood to lay beds around the coffee and around trees and such to reduce weeding and improve nutrition. But like I said previously, I've been very, very busy. Everything takes time. And honestly, with my welding skills, I'm not sure I should try to weld something that's moving with blades and flying and flinging sawdust and chips all over the place. I'm not sure I trust my welding skills, nor my welding machine in general. It's just a tiny little machine just for transportable farm use. So if anyone has any ideas on chippers in Colombia that are reasonably priced or secondhand, let me know. So this is my channel, Gringo Campesino. Thanks for joining me. Please subscribe.